Hi everybody, Josiah here, also known as Chilling Silence, and today I want to have a bit of a chat with you about DigiAssets. So from the DigiByte.io website, we've got a little bit of information here about DigiAssets. So you can see here, it's the applications and DigiAssets layer. Now this is built on top of the DigiByte blockchain, kind of a second layer above it. If we scroll down on the website here, we talk a little bit about it, and you can build DigiAssets, dApps, smart contracts, and the likes. And I want to specifically introduce you to Heluss. So Heluss Project is an insurance company that is using blockchain and specifically DigiByte to kind of innovate in their industry. Now, one of the really cool things that they are doing is they are building their Heluss Project and their token on top of the DigiByte blockchain using DigiAssets. So I've actually been working alongside them a little bit. They've actually been quite helpful in testing out the Android application, providing some feedback and the likes. So you can see here from their Heluss website, they've got their smart contract basically mentions a couple of things about how basically people would be paid out for their insurance claims. A small amount of any profits would go through to a reserve as well as to token holders. Now that's quite important, especially because this is being built on top of the DigiByte blockchain. So what I'll do is I'll scroll down here. Let's quickly skim through. We've got a little bit about the products here you can read up on. Where are we? Roadmap. Yeah, so Jean-Pierre was one of the gentlemen who I've been liaising with. He's been most helpful, like I mentioned, in testing the application. Now, so their Heluss token, actually, I'll bring it up on the blockchain here, has been issued on top of DigiByte and DigiAssets. Now you can see here that this is a locked asset with the capital L at the start. It says here locked asset. So this can never be reissued. There will only ever be 25 million. There won't be more. This is specifically for their class A. They have 4 different classes, bringing it to a total of 100 million. Now, the reason that they've done this is because each individual class pays you out a different amount. Now this is where it gets really cool as well, because it pays you out based on obviously the class that you have, but it pays it out to each address that you own it in. So say for example, you want to sell them to a friend or something similar. You're a bit hard up for cash. Friend wants to buy some from you. Maybe they take half of your Heluss shares. So the way that this would work is when it comes time for you to receive a dividend, they pay it out based on the address that holds the tokens. So this is pretty cool because no matter what, no matter who owns it, where it gets traded to, you will always receive your payment from them. And best of all, this payment is going to happen in DigiByte. So I want to thank the Heluss Project team for doing this on top of DigiByte. This is actually super cool. I'm so excited to see it. I also want to add a little bit of a disclaimer. This isn't any kind of specifically direct endorsement from me that you should go and purchase these tokens. I haven't obviously dove too much into the company or how it works behind the scenes, but I like that they're building on top of DigiAssets. I like the idea behind it, and this is really quite cool. I wanted to share this with people in what I believe is potentially a first for DigiAssets. So a big thank you to the Heluss Project and their team for building this on top of the DigiByte blockchain. Speaking of the DigiByte application, what we have here is under the DigiBwiki.com. I want to show you where you can go to learn a little bit more about the history and the changes that are happening in the applications. So from DigiBwiki.com, you can scroll down a little bit under the technical info. We have the DigiByte application changelogs. So I'm going to bring up the Android changelog, and you'll see here that we've got a new version that has been pushed into public release, I believe earlier today. And we've got a couple of nice bug fixes and a couple of improvements as well. For example, moving DigiAssets, any GIFs now get animated, which is actually really cool to see. So I've got a couple that we're going to look at sending out over the next couple of days. I'm thinking of actually doing a little bit of a live stream. Maybe I'll do it on my Saturday, which will be Friday in the US or Friday night in Europe, for example. And maybe we can do that. We'll do a bit of a share your address and we'll send you your first DigiAssets. I'll post some more details real shortly with details of the live stream, so stay tuned for that. If you would like to be notified, feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you do have any questions, feel free to sing out in the comment section below. Otherwise, you can tweet me. I'm at DGB_chilling. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the next video. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.